Hey scrappers, it's Vanessa here, and today I have a process video for Color Rush Studios, and I am using the August kit, and it is called Everyday Joy. So if you are looking for the kit, in the description box below will be a link to the shop. You can always use 10 Vanessa and it will save you a little bit on anything else but the kit, which is already discounted in the shop. So go and check that out. This is an awesome kit. Definitely you can use it for any sort of everyday life kind of scrapbooking, you know, just documenting those like little parts of your day that you want to remember. It's a great kit for that. There's lots of fun bits and pieces and exclusives that are only in the Color Rush Studio kits, which makes it so much more fun. For my layout today, I thought I would start the video just talking about what I'm going to do off camera, because I am going to do a few things that take a little bit of time, and if I did it on video, even sped up, it would take forever. The video would still be way too long. You saw at the beginning of the video as well, I am using the sketch for the month. So there's always an exclusive sketch. So if you join the Facebook group, there'll always be a sketch every month that we use. So I'm using that sketch. So obviously that's where this circle paper comes in. I'm gonna obviously do a play on it. And I'm missing a piece of paper. I'm definitely going to do a play on it, but I'm using it as my inspiration. So this paper here with the grid, which was the Cozy Vibes, I really like this side too. I'm actually going to gut this so that I can use the other side at a later time. But this is going to frame my page. And then I have just a piece of white cardstock from my stash that's going to be what I use for the main part of my page. And then these circles. So my plan is I am going to actually cut the paper so that I get just these two first set of circles. Now obviously they might just fit. We'll see. I want to try to get all of them on. But because I'm cutting down my paper, although these don't go all the way to the end, so there's a good chance I'll be able to fit all of these in. We're gonna see. But essentially, this would be the side of my page, and it's going to have these first two rows of circles. So that is going to be sort of the base, kind of mirroring the sketch that had the circles. Now here are my two photos, and my photos, I pulled in this paper here, which is the Vicky Boutin Smile Bright, and I'm actually thinking I'm just going to do a small mat with my photos on this sort of tealy blue color at the top. I'm just going to use that to mat, a small mat for both of my photos. And then essentially my thought is I'm not going to cut my photos into circles. I don't really like cutting my photos into circles or shapes. So I'm just going to use them as is, but I'm going to have this one kind of come off or kind of come out to where it's more white space in the sketch. And then this one here I'm going to have be over the circles and down here toward the bottom and kind of angled. I'm going to keep my title, I think, here where it shows it on the sketch itself. And the sketch will pop up in the corner if it hasn't already. So yeah, this is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do off camera is, and I might, when I come back, I might leave one on camera to do, but the center of each of these circles, I am thinking it's probably just going to be a back stitch because it's already pretty busy. There'll be a lot going on. I'm probably just going to do a back stitch with some floss through each of these circles in that middle where the lines between the two colors. So I have picked out here all of these colors to work for each of these circles. So I'm going to do that off camera. Like I said, I might leave and do one on camera, but it's a back stitch. So even if I don't, it's like the most easiest stitch. And I will actually be using, sorry, I just had to go grab it. I'll use my template, which if you haven't, sorry, it's hard to see because it's clear. But if you haven't seen it in the store, there are stitching templates, and again, I'm sorry because it's really hard to see. Maybe if I do that. This one here has a whole bunch of different stitches. I'm probably just going to use the straight stitch because, like I said, I'm just using it to poke the holes, to do a simple back stitch, but I have plenty of other options. I could do a zigzag, there's a scallop, there's a big sort of diamond type pattern. But yeah, if you're looking for stitching templates, here's the other one that has other stitching options on it. So I apologize, mine are clear, so it is very hard to see them, but go and check them out on the website if you're interested in some stitching templates. There's lots to choose from, but I'll probably use that to poke my holes. But I'm going to do that and get that done off camera and glue all that down and map my photos, and then we'll come back and actually put the rest of the layout together. Okay, we are back and I have the background completed. All of the stitching is in place in the middle of those circles. And when I was finished with the background, I decided to add just a little bit of actually messy stamping with just a background stamp. I did use Distress Oxide in Faded Jean just to add a little bit of something to that white cardstock because it was looking a little plain. So I did do that off camera, and then now I am taking the Frazzle in the Tone on Tone orange polka dot, and I am going to put that underneath where the circle paper meets that white cardstock, so it kind of just breaks up that really straight line of the paper and kind of gives it a bit more interest. I will do that off camera. Right now we're going to build all the embellishment clusters now that my photos are down, and as you can see I did back those photos like I said, and I have all the bits and pieces here that I pulled from the kit. So we're going to make 2 embellishment clusters, one on the top of each of my photos, and I have a little bit of something from every different type of embellishment that was in the kit. So I have some of the wood veneer, the colored wood veneer. I have some ephemera pieces, which is that snapshot piece. There's a journal. I have the little chipboard circles, and then in this second cluster, it's the same combination, just different pieces. So I really wanted to kind of get all the different textures on this page. So it's fun to have that chipboard element, which gives a little dimension, plus then the wood veneer adds another layer of texture. So I really love adding all of that in my embellishment clusters. So I am going to play around here with kind of just getting the placement where I want everything. This layout is really simple in the fact that I'm just going to have these 2 embellishment clusters, and the clusters themselves they just both contain just a few pieces, not a ton. They're not heavily embellished. I'm also trying to, with my photos, tilt them so they're not both in the same direction. So you can see I'm kind of playing with the photos. And I also want to try and not cover up all of the stitching that is done on those circles. I did do all that stitching, so I want it to show. So I kind of moved those around a little bit. I think pretty much where they are right now is where they're going to stay when I glue them down off camera. And then for my title, I am using this wood veneer piece from the kit that was Small Joys, and then a label and that stack of books to kind of create a little cluster with my title down here at the bottom. I am, as I said at the beginning, using that sketch that was the exclusive sketch for the month. So you can definitely see that I definitely took inspiration from that with the placement of the title and obviously the circles. So I definitely think I nailed the sketch this month. So basically where everything is now is how this layout is going to complete. So still photos are coming up. And with that, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.